Hello everyone. Today is extra club points for doing dressage. So I thought that I would go ahead and make a video to explain what dressage is and the important parts about doing any of the academy events. And so I wanted to start from the very beginning, and we will go into our stables. And this is Moon, but we are going to go all the way over here, and we are going to get Mystic. Now, the most important thing whenever you are doing academy events is to make sure that your horse is happy. So up in the top left corner, you can see that Mystic is level 221. You level your horse up by giving them apples, but right underneath the level bar is the blue bar that says mood. Right now the mood is neutral because I have been doing some events before recording this video, but I waited until she needed some stuff done. That way I could show you the importance of it, because it does really play a hand in your scoring at the end of the event. So what you want to do is you want to wash your horse until these little bubbles pop, and it keeps it at neutral. If you had to wash your horse completely, which like I said, Mystic had already been washed a little bit, your horse would start out at unhappy. So when you finish washing, it would then switch to neutral. But if you go and you put on horseshoes, which she only needs one right now, it's normally 4, and as you level up, the amount of horseshoes required each time does get higher. But now that she has her horseshoes on, you can see that it lifted it up to happy. I stay there because I have learned that even if you were to completely lay hay in the stall, the horse would still remain happy. It would just have a longer bar and amount of time for it to stay in that happy category. But right here at a base level, it does get you what you need to do the event. So we are going to leave the stall. And if you see where the little red dot is on the middle bar at the bottom of my screen, if you click on that, it takes you to the main menu. And if you scroll to your right, you will see the Dressage Academy button. And I'm going to go, I only have a few left before I have all of 5 stars. So we're going to go to this one. And if you see where it says bonus rewards, you will get 50% more apples at the end of the event than you do just doing the event. You can do that every 4 hours. I've already done it, so I have to wait a little while before doing it again. But you will click start, and it's really just a tapping game. So you hold it until you reach that, and then you tap your screen just enough to keep that dart on the target. Hold it again. Now you just tap it. The tapping changes. Sometimes you have to tap fast, sometimes you have to do a little pause in between. It just depends on the movement of the target. Like right here, you just tap a lot just to keep it in this target area. Hold it, let it go, tap, 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 tap. I try to keep it in the yellow, but it's a little tricky. As long as it stays in the target though, you're pretty good. Tap, 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 tap. Hold it. Tap, 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 tap. And you just continue to keep it in that target for each time. Now I do want to say that I'm kind of at an unfair advantage if you were a beginner to the game, just because of the stuff that I have on my horse and the type of horse as well. But I will get into that here in just a second as soon as we finish this. I just kind of wanted to walk you through it and show you, because in the beginning I was like, how do you do this? But you hold it, and then you just, once you get to that target, then you just start tapping to keep it in that area. And you'll kind of get the hang of it. Alright, so if you see I got 3 stars, that is completely unrealistic in the beginning. This is my second go through on the Dressage Academy. I am doing it for club points, but I never got above 2 stars when I went through it the first time. But a lot of things play into the scoring. So your horse's mood, which is why I was showing you how important it was to take care of your horse and get it to the happy level, because it does work into the scoring. And then if you go over here where it says appearance, you'll see that I have plus 100 for all of my stuff. So for my mask and for my saddle, it's 100. And that scoring you can find in the crafting menu. I will take you there here in just a second and let you see it. But it is very important to put your best gear on your horse when you're doing the dressage event, because that really helps. For instance, last night whenever I was doing dressage, I had just started, I wasn't paying attention, and I did not have my mask on Mystic, and when I played I only got two stars, and that was just because I did not have the mask on. So it really does make a difference in getting the amount of stars that you hope to get. But like I said, 3 stars is not realistic. Alright, so now that we're back, I wanted to show you a little trick, and it helps you save the resources that you need to continuously make your horse happy. I mean, not doing the hay in and of itself really does help you keep resources for other things. But I have another little trick, and if we go to the stables, and we'll go back over to Mystic, I wanted to point out the red bar under mood in the top left hand corner. Do you see how it is red and the green arrow is showing that it is raising up? You do not want to go straight in and raise again if it is in the red. So I have a little trick for that, and what you do is you leave the game and then you re-enter the game, and when you do that, your horse will automatically be refilled. You do not have to do that wait time. And then when you do that, you don't have to put more horseshoes on or wash your horse again. So I'm going to go ahead and close out and enter back into the game. Alright, we're back into the game. Now we're going to go back to the stables. Let's scroll over, find Mystic, and voila! She does not need any more horse care. She's fully washed, horseshoes are all intact, and her meter for stamina is completely regenerated, and we're ready to go again. So we'll leave the stables, and we will go back into the main menu to the dressage. And we are ready to go again. Hold it. Tap, 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 tap. The more that you do the dressage, the more that you will get adapted to knowing how you're supposed to tap to keep it in that meter, because like I said, it is kind of different each time. But definitely most important is making sure, whoop, I went a little high there, that your horse has its best gear on and that it is in a good mood. I mean, obviously it's important to stay within the target, but it really does change your scoring with the mood and appearance of your horse as well. Okay, so now I wanted to talk about choosing the right horse to give all of your apples to for the academy and the air show and the dressage events. I don't remember if I started with a horse before my epic, but I'm going to go to the stables and show you the difference. So originally I was using Cosmic here, and forgive me, she's unhappy, but I wanted to go to her stats, and I may be correct in the cross-country levels raising as they're leveled up. I'll have to level up another horse to say for certain, but on the academy, where it shows base stamina, stamina regen, and stamina gain, the base stamina is what they start out at, and then the regeneration just kind of tells you how fast that their stamina builds after a race. I don't pay attention to that because of the little trick I showed you a minute ago of just closing out and re-entering and it being full. But the stamina gain is very important. So with Cosmic here, the stamina gain is at an 8. And so that means that every level that you level your horse up to, the stamina bar raises 8 points. So I figured this out whenever I caught Mystic and began leveling Mystic up, because Mystic is a stamina gain of 10. And once they were both at level 83, Cosmic here is at 667 and Mystic was at 830 because she generated 10 stamina points every time that she leveled up. So it is very important on the horse that you are going to use for the academies that you use the one that has the best stamina gain, because your stamina bar will go longer, you won't run out nearly as fast. It's actually very, very important. So let's go over here and find Mystic again. And we'll go to Mystic stats. Base stamina is 2, which started out lower than Cosmic. Stamina regen is, I don't pay attention to that because of the trick, but the stamina gain is 10. So at level 221, the stamina bar is 2,212. And I am going to say that the cross country probably does build. I should continue to give Mystic apples to see if it does go further, because she's at 18 for each one. So I will, let's just do it. Let's just give her apples and see if that changes anything. So to give apples, you just tap on the little apple icon in their feed bowl here. And if you hold it down, it will give them all their apples. But definitely the horse that you're using, give all the apples that you have until you can find a horse that has better stats. As soon as I got Mystic, I quit racing with Cosmic and just really focused on Mystic. And I'm glad that I did, because once you get to the Air Show Academy, you're going to need a peg. And so to have one that I started early with and had already leveled up so much was really helpful when that time came. So I highly recommend that. Alright, we've given quite a bit. Let's see if that changed anything. Not yet. Let's see if level 250 changes anything. Oh, I may run out before we get to 250. Let's see. 48. 49. Ah, we're almost there. Got it. Okay, let's see. It didn't change anything. I don't know. I'll have to try it on a lower level horse at some point to see if that does change. Alright, so now we're going to go into the crafting area, which is the gray anvil. It is the object in between the trophy and the stable in the bottom right hand corner. So you'll click on that, and then if you go over here to the boot, that is where you will find all of your horse accessories. This top area is for VIP, club chest items, and things that you can buy with gems. But down here in this bottom section is all the stuff that you'll craft in game. At a certain point it stops. I want to say that it is around the purple fantasy saddle area. But in the beginning, we'll just go to this regular saddle and it will give you +5 in the bonus. Now if you remember, whenever I was doing it earlier, it was showing +100. So each time that you craft different items, and it does depend on your level, but it has different points. So this one +20, +25, +35. I don't know where the purple fantasy saddle is. Oh, here we go. It's down here. So the purple fantasy does give you +100, but you have to be a certain level before you can reach that point. But whatever level that you're at, use the best gear that you have, because it will really help out. And also you get them as you're playing. I'm going to exit out of here. So let's go into that main menu and we'll go to Dressage. The only bad thing about this is it's really hard to get 3 stars for all of them. So let's just go back. We'll go to Horse Show Academy because that is a little more attainable to get 3 stars. So with this, once you get 3 stars for that whole section, you will be able to get this reward in the bottom right hand corner. I've already claimed it, but it changes each time. You can get different things, so always be sure to check that and open it once you've achieved 5 stars on all of it, because that gives you free gear for your horse. And I think that just about covers it for Dressage. So give me a subscribe if you want more informational videos on the game, and I hope that you guys have a great day.